everyone, and welcome to another week of This Week in Eorzea, the only Final Fantasy XIV news show podcast starring us, me, Debbie, and this amazing person, Pyra.
Oh, you're too much. I'm Pyra. Hi, happy Monday.
Happy Monday. I hope you had a good week.
Yeah, I mean, we're trekking along. It was fine. Like, it was like a fine week. How about yours?
Yeah, I mean, as far as 2026 goes, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
completely uneventful. Yeah, nothing going on at all. Like, everything's still.
There's no world news or any news that is happening at all. Sure. Yeah.
I mean, at least we're all on the big, same ginormous boat floating through the sky. We all understand.
Listen, at the end of the day, you gotta keep your humor. So that's what I'm gonna go along with. You gotta keep your humor, keep your sanity, keep your peace.
Yeah. and keep gaming. And that's why we're here. We're gonna talk about some Final Fantasy XIV news. Tonight's a big night. Tonight is patch night. Servers go down actually in just like an hour and a half, I think. Like, I think it's an early shutdown tonight.
Yeah, I believe so. And now I'm actually curious. We will reread the lodestone stuff, I'm sure, but yeah, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, an hour and a half, just under an hour and a half from now. Yep.
Okay, so make sure if you wanted to get your weeklies done that you're doing them like now, or you're gonna run out of time. Don't be saving those things till the end of the night. You won't be able to get in. So
put us on your second monitor. Do your dailies like a responsible person. Toss us on your second monitor.
Exactly. We got some stuff on the lodestone. Not a terrible lot, but some really interesting things. So let's take a look at it quickly. The duty commenced that happened this past week is now archived, so you can watch it if you want. If you couldn't join them live, now you can watch it on Twitch VODs or YouTube and pause it, and you know. You can't win the Moogle lamp anymore, but you can see what you missed out on, I guess. The Into the Mist patch site has been updated. We're going to go over that as the hot topic, so we'll be diving into that a little bit deeper a little later on. As soon as servers go down in an hour and a half, we will be receiving patch notes, but our inconveniently timed podcast doesn't allow for us to go over that.
I would say that it's inconveniently timed when they decide to do maintenance.
That's fair.
It's not us. We're not the problem. They're not the problem.
Clearly they're the problem. They never release patch notes until the server goes down in case there's any information that might color where people log out or what they put on the market board or that sort of things. Like they've always been that way though. They've always been that way. Optional items are added, will be added. Wait, what?
Have been added.
Has been added. Wait. It says will be added starting Thursday.
On the 26th.
No, I know. They posted it on the 26th. Will be on the 26th around noon. They're like, oh, by the way, if you're reading this at like 6 o'clock in the morning, wait, in a couple hours, we'll have some new items on the online store. God. What even is this?
I believe this is Little Lady's Day of previous years.
Oh, right. The new items would have been just the last year. Wait, what?
What's that one?
Yeah, exactly, right?
No, we've seen this before. Yeah, we've seen this before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, that's not like new. That's not new.
Gosh.
It's new, but it's not new.
New for them, yeah. It's really just Little Lady's Day of past years if you haven't been able to get it in game.
Yeah, I think it's just this Seneschal Princess one that's new to the online store because it was last year's.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. We know what we're doing. T-shirts? available for pre-order.
Looks like a collab.
We can't hear you.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Perfect. Yeah, the collab. It looks like another cute collab. I guess it's second wave of shirts.
Second wave.
I don't remember wave 1, if I'm quite honest. Whether I looked at them or not, I don't know. I could have even made a YouTube video about it by now. I don't remember. This is wave 2.
It's got a Solution 9T and a Airwheeler A9T. Release date July 2026. So if you want to pre-order a t-shirt that you can wear in July,
yeah,
there we go.
I like how simple they are. There is something to some of these collabs, I will say, that they've been doing lately, like fashion collabs, that I love how it is Final Fantasy XIV inherently, but it's not like... I mean, it is a design on a t-shirt, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's less just like, put a character from the game on a t-shirt, slap it on there. Like, it feels a little bit more like a regular graphic tee.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, so it would fit in just anywhere, but fans who know, and then you can strike up those conversations with people.
Absolutely.
I've never looked at this Lit Bath site.
Me neither. I've honestly never heard of them before this collection.
It's definitely Japanese. Oh, okay. It does give a more... Oh. That's not the shirt they promised, but that's a nice design with the Black Mage. Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to see just what the prices were. Oh, it takes you to the Square Enix online store for North America. Oh, $64.99. That's probably US.
Huh?
That can't be Canadian, right? Right?
Huh?
$64.99.
That's a little pricier than I...
Have you bought a $70 t-shirt before?
Not t-shirt that I know of. I feel like the closest would have been the black milk stuff that I bought. But even then, it wasn't a t-shirt. It was like, even the cropped vest that I have is like, I think it was cheaper than that. Like, was like a full vest. Yeah, $65 is about the price.
$65 on the Square Enix site.
A little penny.
Note that this is in Japanese size. So yeah, it's gonna size probably a little smaller than what you're used to.
Yeah. Yeah, they only have 3 sizes, which is a pretty small run, even considering.
Mm-hmm.
Just medium, large, and extra large, so.
Yeah, I don't think so, Square Enix. I mean, maybe someone has the money to spend $65 on a t-shirt, but that someone is not me.
Yeah.
I hope someone does buy it near me, though, and, like, donates it to a thrift store or something.
Wishful thinking.
And if I see that for, like, $20, I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like most, like, t-shirts, I feel like the maximum is, like, $30. Because, like, at that point, the $70 range is, like, sweatshirt, hoodie.
Yeah, you would expect, like, a hoodie or something for that price. That's okay.
$75 for a hoodie? That tracks. That makes sense.
Oh, well. And then the exciting news, kind of an upcoming event. Letter from the producer live. Whole bunch of letters. I don't know.
91.
Is it
91?
91.
I believe so.
Okay. Friday, March 13th at 4 a.m. Pacific. You can watch it live if you get up that early. I guess it's not so early for East Coasters. They are talking about patch 7.5 part 1 and miscellaneous updates. So this is really exciting because patch 7.5 is where we're going to get the rest of everything else they promised us this patch or this expansion. So it's going to have to be Beastmaster in there somewhere. It's going to have to be the next Occult Crescent Zone in there somewhere. And everything else.
There's so much. I mean, like, yeah, the other things off the top of my head, I know I did a small video about this the other day, like MSQ, this will be the last, this is the last major patch before the new expansion.
Yeah.
The very last one. So, like, this is content that has to hold us over till insert random date here when we know it in April. But, like, this has to be MSQ. This has to be the last Alliance raid series.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the last Alliance raid of the series. This has to be, yeah, like you called Crescent with the wrap up of the Phantom weapons, wrap up of the MSQ, wrap up of just, like, everything like that. So we should be getting a ton of content. Beastmaster, Blue Mage updates. I'm trying to think what else. The housing update we were supposed to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of the last final promises that we've been like promised for like 2+ years should be happening in this drop.
Absolutely. And this is fantastically timed for them to be able to set up even more excitement for FanFest. So they're going to be hyping this like really hard. So I am not going to be able to watch it because I'm working at 5 a.m. We'll see. There may be, I don't know, like an earphone or something in my ear. Maybe.
Fair enough. I got you, Debbie. I'm still unemployed as of now, so at the moment, I will be getting into everything when it comes out because I have nothing else holding me back.
just like send me random messages.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I mean that's super exciting. That's what I am most excited for Beastmaster. I'm not gonna lie. I've been talking about Beastmaster forever. It was the one thing that I was really excited about for Dawn Trail, and it's still like we're still waiting. So yeah. What about you?
Yeah.
MSQ?
I honestly I think MSQ is it, just because it's like there's something so amazing about a 7.5 to a 0.0 patch. Like finalizing the end of a story arc, or like, you know, even just an expansion story, and really technically like Dawn Trail, like the major story is done, but like doing this like ramp up into what's coming is like, it's just such a thrill. Like, it's several months of just hype and looking forward to something new. So I'm excited for the MSQ. And then this will be patch 7.5, technically part 1. So this is like the little sampler dish before we get to FanFest, because I believe the second half of this PLL will be at FanFest live.
And they do kind of give us a little bit of a timeline of what to look forward to. So hopefully with this live letter, they'll give us a little bit, like, even if they only go in detail to the stuff that will come out with the beginning of patch 7.5, at least give us like a timeline of this is the stuff that is also included later 7.5. So March 13th, stupid early in the morning. We're definitely looking forward to it. And I think that's everything on the lodestone, except of course for the maintenance tonight. Yeah, 7 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yeah, just general notice too for anybody, if you are getting in game tonight, anything like the character renaming or data center hopping or anything like that, like, it will be suspended a half an hour before maintenance starts. So if you're trying to get to a different data center or your home world tonight, make sure you're there by 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard or 9:30 Eastern, so that you can get home before they shut you off for a little bit.
Absolutely. And as we've mentioned before a major patch, it's always a good idea to be on your home world if you can be. Yeah, just in case something goes wrong and they don't reinstate world transfer right away at the beginning of the patch. At least you're home. It's happened before. It's happened before. Every rule that exists for a reason. Okay. That's the lodestone. That's the lodestone. What? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just randomly pressing buttons. Tip of the week. I just work here, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I was playing around in game and I found this. I decided to share it as the tip of the week. This is actually accessible from inside the game. If you go into your settings menu, it brings up a list of like websites that are helpful. And this was on here, the UI guide. And it's actually a searchable manual for the UI, including popular topics. It's got recommended tags like, camera, targeting, cross hotbar, flying text and stuff you can look up. Popular topics. The one that got me when I was scrolling through this was, why did I suddenly switch to walking? Listen, if I had $1 for every time I searched this when I was a new player, because I could never remember what key toggled the walk off. Yes.
Yes. Or the amount of people that have, like, new people being like, how is this a thing? Why can't I walk normal? It's like, I got you.
It's numb on your keyboard. If you find your character has suddenly started walking rather than running, you may have pressed this key in error.
I love it.
Yeah, so I thought I would share this because I know there's some new players who have been kind of struggling with personalizing the UI and everything. So, I mean, this is an amazing, reference that we just didn't have years ago. So I kind of want to go through it, and I have the feeling that I would even still learn something,
Absolutely. Especially like even their little blurb up at the top, they mentioned like chat bubbles, which is still a fairly new feature of the game. So like if they're already updating it to include, current new UI features, like I'm sure that this is fully updated with like everything that we see today in game.
Absolutely. So definitely check these sites out because they've put a lot of energy into making this information easily accessible and kind of all accessible in the same places. What are portraits? What are portraits? So that is the UI guide available on the NA FinalFantasyXIV.com website. All right. What else? What else did I even write down? I don't know. We didn't write down much. Little Ladies' Day is still underway until the 12th.
Have you done it yet, Debbie?
I haven't. I logged in to finish my MSQ on Sunday, and it was kind of on my list, but MSQ like wiped me, so I didn't do it afterwards. Have you done it?
I have. So I don't want to spoil anything too. I did kind of like skip through some of the story elements, so sorry. As I do sometimes for seasonal events. I will say if you are somebody who saves it for last minute, don't. If you want everything, you will have to... I don't want to spoil it that much. If you go into Ul'dah, you'll know exactly what it is. There is a fate associated. And so if you want all the things that they... it's 6 emotes, technically, 4 shirts, 3 indoor housing items, 1 outdoor housing item. If you want all those things in a partridge in a pear tree, and music, orchestrion roll, you'll have to keep doing the event multiple times. So it's not like a quick, do it quick, escape cut, skip cutscene. You'll actually have to like farm it a little bit to get everything.
Good to know. Good to know. Because I am a person who saves everything until the last
Same
minute.
sometimes. And I'm glad I checked it out. I was like, ooh. Yep.
I do not want to do this time though, so I am definitely going to go check it out sooner rather than later. And we recommend everyone else does too. What else? What else? What else? I guess we can just start talking about the patch. That's why everyone's here. That's why everyone's here. The special site has been updated, which we showed before. Boop, boop.
Sound effects provided by Debbie.
Right? I want that flying carpet. Yes. Oh my god. Okay, let's look at the pictures.
Yep, so new variant criterion dungeon. What is the name of this one again?
Something the Merchant's Tale? The Merchant's
The
Tale.
Merchant's, just the Merchant's Tale.
something the Merchant's Tale. Listen, it looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It's got a little bit of everything. It makes me wonder how so many different sceneries and everything can be part of the same dungeon.
Wow.
And
so
that's
saturated too, and like bright.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the glams, the mounts, like everything about this is like, I want it. There's a genie. It's a genie.
I know. This
Look
is
at those
like
minions.
they're adorable. It's so funny too, because it's like, are we going like Aladdin-esque with it? But then we have some like sea minions. So it's like, where are we going with this one? Is it different, like different sections and different areas? Like I'm very curious to where this is going to be.
Yeah.
Or how, like, what is this going to be?
How does it fit together? I love the variant dungeons. I honestly do. But they're like a bright flame that I do a lot of when they first come out and then never really touch them again. So I'm hoping not that I don't want to say I'm hoping I don't have to I don't have to like put it aside in a couple of weeks because I have all the stuff and there's no really draw for me anymore. But then at the same time, I also don't wish that a lot of this stuff is really grindy and I have to spend months to work on it before I get I don't know. How do you feel?
Like I feel the exact same way though. Like I'm the same with all the variant dungeons where like my friends and my community will really like be so excited about it the first month of its existence, and then once everybody clears every variant of it, it's just kind of like I haven't gone in one just to go in one. Like it has been very much to like get all of the different all the different variants, and so once those are done, it's kind of it for myself too. That being said, I still love the content. Like I don't find it lesser than because it's not like a long-term content, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I still really enjoy them, but yeah, I'm the same way. Short-term content.
And now they've made a change to the variant dungeon itself, where it now has the different modes. So you have the regular variant dungeon mode that you can enter solo with or with up to 3 other players, and the difficulty scales with party size. You also have the variant dungeons advanced, which is 2 to 4 players. And you fight even more powerful versions of a variant dungeon's 3 bosses. They can be fought in any order, and each boss will offer its own rewards. And then, of course, they have criterion. So now, I have a terrible memory. I know they talked about this a long time ago. I don't know, have they already put these changes into effect for any other variant dungeons, or is this the first one with the advanced?
To my knowledge, this is the first one. This is the first one. So at the moment, I believe we just have variant and criterion. And criterion is like I was watching Mr. Happy video the other day. I think he equated it to like a savage level. Don't quote me on this, but I believe he said it was like a savage level of like a variant dungeon in a sense. In terms of difficulty, like a lot of groups do form statics for criterion to actually clear the content. So it does require a little bit more of like researching and kind of like, you know, you can't just like, oh, I'm just going to go into it randomly, blindly, and probably stumble my way out. Like, it doesn't feel like that's a criterion level, but I feel like it could be like a variant advanced level potentially. Like, it sounds like that, like, if we had to equate it to something else in the game, it feels like that's probably more towards like an extreme trial versus like a savage level for something.
Yeah, I would like to give the variant dungeon advanced a try. Just because, yeah, if it is a nice little, like, maybe, I mean, they would have to be hopefully slightly less involved, sorry, mechanic wise than an extreme if there's only 4 people maximum. So it's gotta be pretty decent. Criterion, I think I did once with a party for giggles. We're like, hey, let's just see how hard this is. I don't remember even making it to the first boss. I remember like getting stomped by some trash and being like, okay, this isn't for me.
Fair.
And you've never tried it though, eh?
I don't think I have, honestly. If I have, I don't remember it. It's one of those things that were like, I think at some point I would like to do it. I just haven't set aside time to do so, if I'm quite honest.
Yeah, no, and everyone's kind of the same way. Like everyone loves these dungeons. And I'm hearing just even in the chat right now as we're talking, like people love the variant dungeons. It's just they really need to add it to the challenge log or to Wondrous Tales or something else to kind of keep it going. Now that being said, I'm like, wait a minute. Have they added it to the challenge log? I don't think so. I don't think so. They added deep dungeons to the challenge log with Pilgrim's Traverse, I think.
Yes. Yeah, to
Okay.
the challenge log, yeah. Pilgrim's Traverse, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But not variant dungeons, not yet.
I don't believe so. And like I can see variant like normal being hard a little bit because what was there last time? Like, was it 15 or 16 variations of the dungeon? I could be way off in my math. There could have only been 12. There was at least over 10. I believe there were at least
12.
over 12. Yeah. So like knowing that each piece of the dungeon can just set you in a different path. Like I could see that being very hard. Like even like seeing people talking about like queuing up for them and stuff like that. Like I could see that being difficult going in with like a non-pre-made group. But I've also never been. Have you been in a non-pre-made?
Oh yeah.
Or, like with people you don't know? How has that been? For me, I've only been with like people who I like my static mates and stuff like that.
Right. So usually when you sign in with like a random party at the very beginning before you choose a path, it's usually asked by someone, hey, does anyone need a particular path? And then if someone needs a particular path, then that person or someone else will guide through that path to make sure they get it. But usually if like no one cares or they all have it, then you just kind of go for treasure option by following the guide. But yeah, it's usually not a big deal. If exactly. If multiple people need multiple ones, you try to find the one that both people need. But yeah.
Nice.
Sorry guys. Deb's brain just isn't what it used to be. The other big thing is I know I could search this properly and I don't. More Hildebrand.
Hildebrand.
Conceivably more Hildebrand. That is a bike.
How did he get that gun on the
and then the flashback, and then the barrel tender. It would be funny getting that bike.
Yes. So I just turn in my my A9 wheeler, turn it into like one of the chop shops, and they can That's in the front.
I'm surprised they haven't added more vehicles to that vendor in Solution 9 because they could just be like sucking Gil out of the economy right now.
Well, they have like other cars. Like I know there was the one car that turned into a Savage car, but I believe there are more in Solution 9, like more designs that they could just take from.
Yeah.
We have the technology.
Yeah. Oh man. Now, I think we both admitted pre-stream that we're not quite caught up in Hildebrand. It's shameful. It really is shameful. Because I've done some Dawn Trail Hildebrand, and it's actually it's on point. I have no notes. It was incredibly hilarious. I am looking forward to doing it again. There's so much to do, guys. There's so much to do. Man.
You know what, too, admittedly, like, sometimes I'm not even as mad about, like, saving some Hildebrand a little bit, because then you have something to bulk up. Because I know when that last batch of Hildebrand that I did, you know, with like the first Dawn Trail bit of it, it just felt like it was over so quickly, and I wanted to just keep going. So it is kind of nice to have like, it's like when you're watching a show, right? And if you're not ready to like get on the next episode, just like waiting for a few episodes to roll out and then binging your way through. That's kind of how I feel with Hildy lately. I'm like, I'll just wait till like the next one and then try to do a few at once.
Yeah, no, I think I was looking it up prior to last week. They have a complete listing of all the Hildebrand quests. But while the first couple expansions, like A Realm Reborn and Heavensward, had many quests, but like the other expansions have very few. Sorry, I'm just doing some quick maths, which I'm terrible at. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, there was 21 Hildebrand quests in A Realm Reborn. 21. Wow. But I don't think there's been that many in the last, like, 3 expansions.
I don't think so. Didn't we have an expansion without Hildy too? Wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah, so for a lot of these expansions, there's been about 8 quests. 10 quests an expansion when they do it. So I think you're right. I think for people who really enjoy it, we got to the point where they weren't putting very many of them out, so you kind of wanted to savor them a bit more. Words.
Yeah, it has me thinking too. So what was it? Endwalker had. Was it? Please in the comments let me know if you know. Wasn't it 6.5 or around 6.5 where we got? What is her name? It was the Hildy trial. I did it at PAX East. Oh boy.
6.5?
Was it 6.5? I wonder if Asura. Thank you. Yes, we did Asura for Hildebrand. It was a trial. Trying to remember when she came out. I know
that just later. Last expansion.
Yeah, that's what I said. And Walker. That was the last expansion, Debbie. 6.55. Yes, it came out in the later part of Endwalker. So I do wonder if we'll get one for another trial soon for Hildebrand again.
Oh, the Gilded Area. Yeah, look at that. I'm looking.
Thank you. Thank you, friends, for having a better.
Oh my god!
I'm good at remembering themes. Lord help me if I remember dates and names. Dates and names are not in my repertoire. Themes and feelings, yes.
See, I mean, I'm looking right at it and I can't even find it. That's where I'm at.
We have a saying in our static: if you can't see it, it's right behind you or it's staring right at you.
Okay. So that's everything that was scheduled. Is that right?
There's one more thing which is not on there, which is just Crystalline Conflict Season 19 starts.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
If you've done at least one Crystalline Conflict match, you can grab a prize in the Wolf's Den. Ranked match. So what will everyone be doing tomorrow? What is your priority?
My priority is going to be the variant dungeons, honestly. I can't wait to just get right in there. So I gotta actually assemble my troops and see who I'm going with tomorrow. But that's like my first priority tomorrow, really, is to just get into variant.
Well, you're gonna be in good company because if I recall correctly, the last couple of variant dungeon releases, like there was mobs of people. Mobs of people. It was a huge event. Everyone's trying to get it done as soon as possible, get all the variants unlocked as soon as possible. I'm sorely tempted to go in. I don't know that I'll get the opportunity tomorrow to go in and give it a try, but then are we just chasing fads? Are we just chasing fads, or is there something special about this?
I don't know. I'm just, for me, it's less about the fad and more about the curiosity. Like, I'm actually a little curious about the story this time. I didn't really quite pay attention to the story in the last, pretty much in any of the variant dungeons thus far. But one thing that I've really loved, and I'm curious to hear what yours is, but like, one thing that I think I love most about the variant dungeons has honestly been the visuals. The last one that we had, it was just like so breathtaking, like the landscapes that they provided in the background, and like you could see like a high level of like art direction put into all the variant dungeons that we've had so far. And seeing these screenshots, honestly, I'm just super stoked to see what the environment's gonna look like, because it already looks really cool.
Yeah. Okay, so before this one then, what was your favorite variant dungeon? And anyone can answer, right? What was your favorite? So we had the subterrane, we had Mount Rocon, we had Aloe Island. Do you have a favorite amongst those?
That one's tough. I think it was Aloe though. Aloe. I remember just Aloe Island being Aloe. I remember also saying it like that, Aloe. But it was just so chill. It was like that. The music in the Aloe Island made me think that it was more of a beach episode than the rest of Dawn Trail. Like, it felt like a chill, beachy, like, vibes. I loved it. It was great.
That's true. And it did have some, like, NPC interaction in it that kind of fit with the expansion and everything.
Yeah.
I think my favorite is Mount Rocon, though. I think so. I just liked everything about that one. The ninja dogs, the music.
That was great.
Yeah.
That's the one that I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of, like, isn't that the one where you look over the cliff and there's like all the kind of like foliage and like red and orange leaves just like in the mountaintops across the way? I feel like it was Mount Rocon. Pretty sure.
No, they had a lot of that kind of like leafy green bamboo kind of scenery in it. Yeah. And the fights. The fights with the ninja rat. And
yeah.
Do you have a least favorite fight or boss in the variant dungeons?
I can't think of one off the top of my head, honestly. I feel like if I saw them, I would feel differently. I'm trying to think. I'm even like looking through. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm looking back too. Oh yeah, the Sildania throne I think was Criterion. Yeah, no, I can't think of any that stick out to me. I remember the only one that I slightly remember is that the fairy was annoying a little bit for movement. Which one was that in?
Oh, that was the last one, wasn't it? I think that was the last one. Yeah, where you shoot
the whoopee cushions were hilarious.
Yeah.
The whoopee cushions were amazing. Like, bring me fun things.
Yeah, and Silky, the mouse cleanie thing.
Yeah,
was really fun from the first one. I do remember a lot of these being kind of difficult the first time through, trying to learn the mechanics, because they were really new for dungeons. Like, I think the first variant dungeon was where we first saw that expanding and subtracting AoE zone that they later put into the Alliance raids. You know the one with the that they later used for the punch in the first Vanadiel raid.
I forget her name.
Someone knows that, right?
For it. Wait for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That one. One of these bosses first used that. Oh man. I should have done my research. Anyway.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Debbie, you must know everything at all times about everything. Come on.
What does insanity say? The samurai in Rokon and that stupid whale in Alo Alo got old.
The whale. Yeah, that's fair.
Wait. I can't even remember the whale right now. What's going on?
Should we look up a picture of the whale? Alo Alo whale?
Alo Alo
whale. Alo Alo whale. It was like a bird whale. I remember calling it like a bird whale the first time I saw it.
Bird whale?
What is it technically called? Of course. This picture has the most blurriest thing I've ever seen. Lordy. Oh gosh. What's the name of it? Alright, now we're Googling things. Now we're looking it up.
Why is this stuff so hard to find?
Bosses.
The whale with wings.
Soul of the Seas. I'm gonna butcher this. Keduduk? 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 Soul of the Seas.
Keduduk?
Keduduk?
How I mine for Keduduk?
Is this how we pronounce? I don't know. Just think of like a bird and a whale mixed in one. That's essentially what it was. The whale with wings. The race is Wavekin, and the title is South of the Seas. Or Soul of the South. Blah, blah, blah. Wow, word. Soul of the South Seas. Soul of the South
my
Seas.
God. I have to try to Google any of this and nothing.
I sent it to you. I sent you a link.
Like, okay, my computer's given up. It's like, what are you even trying for
whale.
now?
Bird whale dungeon.
I have no memory of this.
I have no memory of this place.
What is this? I have no memory of this.
You don't remember the bird whale? That one was a little annoying.
Maybe...
I believe it had the bubbles and then the knockback. I think the knockback were the problem.
Wait, I do remember bubbles. Yeah. I remember bubbles. Maybe insanity. I just blocked it out. Maybe it was.
That's okay.
It was such a traumatic memory. I just completely blocked it out.
It's a common experience in trauma.
Oh my god. Frankie knows some of the critical engagements in Occult Crescent use a few mechanics from the variant bosses too. Yes! Yeah, no, I think there's a bunch of mechanics that I saw for the first time in the variant dungeons. Yeah, the bubbles. He was the left
Bubbles.
path final boss. You were glad to be done with it.
Yeah, that's
And then
fair.
each variant has like that super special boss that only appears like if you do like one or two different paths. Or one different path. Anyway. I still have a whole bunch of pot shards for all of these dungeons just sitting in my chocobo saddlebags too.
It's amazing.
just waiting, I guess.
I do the same thing where I will commonly just like leave a bunch of stuff in there and then I'm like, oh yeah, I should not do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Pyra, you gotta help me tonight. I'm failing. I am failing.
What is so like overall without don't zoom out without zooming in too much on details. What is your like favorite part of variant dungeons? Like in broad strokes, what's your favorite part of it?
Honestly, I think my favorite part about the variant dungeons is it's one content type that I've always done with my community. Like, I mean, I've done a few randoms with other people, but for the most part, like when they first come out, I find a bunch of people who want to get it done and we all just like get it done together. And so I think that's the best part, right? That's the best part, is doing it with people you know, or people you're friends with, and going through it and getting the rewards and seeing all the different types of interactions with things, especially when you're at the beginning and you're just kind of playing with it and testing it out. It's fun. How about you?
Yeah, I love, so like I was talking about the visuals, that's one of the things I love, but I also really love the puzzles. And it's one of those things where like I'm not even that mad if we use guides in them, because there are a lot of like crazy little like do this to get this combination, to get this, variant. Like sometimes they're like, which one was it? I forget which one it was, but you had to like play with the statues and like do certain things in front of the 4 statues, I think it was. Like just like even small little things like that like make it really fun. And so I love the idea of going back into the same dungeon, but like you can try to find a different path, and like on the first day it's a bit of like no one knows what they're doing, just walk to choose all lefts, or something like that. And then other times it's like, okay, when we get a little bit further in, like let's look at a guide, let's see what other people have done and tried. And,
right.
But it's fun. Like it's all like an adventure, a new adventure every time, which I think is just so fun.
Yeah, like killing things in size order and that sort of thing that you would never normally think about in the game. They get to really play with those mechanics and stuff in a variant dungeon. So even though this isn't the craziest patch we had, the fact that we are getting another variant is just really kind of special. And it only has to hold us over for just over 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks, until the live letter, and then the live letter will push things through until FanFest. And there's a lot to come. Beastmaster.
Beastmaster, but that's also only like a percent, like a tiny piece of the pie too. Like there's just so much content.
I fully admit I am so far behind in everything at this point in time. I haven't even gone to the new Cosmic Exploration Zone. I only just finished my MSQ. I have no idea how I'm going to get everything done by 8.0. I know somehow I managed to pull most of it off every expansion. Dawn Trail might be the exception. It's like when you go to a restaurant and you're really, really hungry, but then the plate comes out and it's like ginormous and you're like, I am so hungry, I want to eat all of this, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. At least not until dessert comes out, because dessert's coming out at 8 o'clock whether you're ready or not. And it's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have. I complain about it because it feels like everyone else asked for it and I've been served it too. But you know, it's a good problem to have, to be playing a game with an excess of content, with new stuff coming out all the time, with an expansion being announced in just a couple of months. It's exciting. It's exciting. And so, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, such a difference between, I don't even know, again, I'm not good with timelines, but like, think about the first 6 months of Dawn Trail compared to today. Like, the first 6 months of Dawn Trail, a lot of people are like, we don't have enough to do. There's not enough content. Blah. And now I'm like, there's so much to do. There's so much to do. And it's a good problem to have, and like a disservice by saying like, oh my god, stop giving me options. How dare you? But yeah. I mean, I'm glad to see that there's fresh stuff to get excited about, but also, like, I didn't need it, but we have it, so here we are.
Yeah. Circle, you love that we can have a challenge solo. I have never personally soloed a variant dungeon. Have you, Pyra?
I have not. My husband has definitely plenty of times, so I've kind of, like, peeped over on his monitor to see it, but yeah, I mean, what is it for regular variant? I think you can have up to 4, so you can kind of do whatever you want. I've gone in a duo. I've gone with just me and my husband before, so like that's been nice, like not having to like get a full group. If it's just the 2 of us, we want to go run some options. It's been nice to be able to do that before.
Yeah, I think I've tried a couple of times to solo it, and I think I've got as far as maybe the 2nd boss or the 3rd boss and not been able to complete it. And then I'm like, I don't know how to solo. How do I solo? How are people doing? How to solo? How are people doing this? And I'm
Warrior,
so
probably.
bad at it.
Warrior.
That's the answer, isn't it?
Bring in the blue healer. The blue healer.
Oh my god. I mean, you do get variant actions. You can supplement yourself with a heal or a rampart type damage shield, but to anyone who has been consistently soloing variant dungeons, let me know how to solo. Okay, so we're all looking forward to tomorrow. Looking forward to being able to test that out, to chat about it next week. In the works, we do want to have an MSQ broadcast. Probably, if not next week. Wait a minute. I was gonna say if not next week, the week after, but the week after is the week after live letter. So I think it's gotta be next week. It's gotta be next week, because
it's gotta be. Yeah, unless it's the 23rd. But
unless it's the 23rd.
Sometime this month.
But yeah, we're gonna have so much to talk about the next week with the live letter kind of books. So there will be an MSQ all chat coming up sometime around those dates. We'll give everyone a shout out. It'll be in the title, so you know it's an MSQ chat podcast. So if you are trying to avoid spoilers, if you haven't finished the MSQ, then you can know to tune in at a later date once you've gotten that far, because there's a lot to unpack there as well, especially in preparation for 7.5. So I'm looking forward to that. We might have an extra special guest. I'll see what I can do, and we will chat about where the story is going and where we think it's going to end up. What are you doing this week, Pyra?
Yeah. This week is this week's a busy week. So tomorrow's actually a double patch day situation for the two. I also play Phasmophobia as a regular thing if you're in my channel. So tomorrow is patch day for Phasmophobia as well, with a brand new rework to one of the maps. So tomorrow during the day, I expect to stream Final Fantasy. If I can salvage an hour in the afternoon, I'm gonna stream Phasmophobia for that too. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, we got Savage content. Saturday, Sunday, we have Ultimate content. And then Thursday night, before my raids, I will actually be on Moogle Go Round Radio's podcast for their bi-weekly podcast, which is, if you haven't heard, Chili and Paul, they host Moogle Ground. Chili, you might have seen on World First Races before with Mog Talk. And yeah, I'm super excited to be joining them for the first time. I'm just going to be just a random guest host person going in there for a day. But yeah.
Do you know what the conversation will be about, or?
Not yet. We
Nice.
He will get back to me later this week. So
Awesome.
Probably things 745. But yeah, we'll be going over there. Think of it as Britain's This Week in Eorzea, or maybe we're North American.
North American, yeah.
Move around? I don't know. Either way. Excited to go on there.
That's really cool. Yeah, we'll definitely have to remember to tune in and catch you there. I like making new friends, so
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That sounds like an incredibly busy week. Yeah. There's a lot going on.
So much. What about you though, Debbie?
I do not have such a busy week.
Probably smarter.
Probably smarter. Oh my god. Guys, just to be real, I have a lot going on right now health-wise. You may have noticed my lack of eloquence, I guess, tonight. There's a lot body-wise, a lot mental health-wise, dealing with all of this. My mother's in poor health. So I've been going through it. I usually have been streaming at 7 on Thursdays, but I want to cut that back, so I'm streaming earlier so I can get a little bit more sleep on Thursday nights. I was going to do a kind of back to roots kind of community roulette things on Thursdays. I think I might switch that out for variant dungeons this week so I can kind of get some of those done. If I can do an extra stream tomorrow or Wednesday, I will, but at this point I can't push myself. There is so much I want to do, and just not enough energy, not enough spoons to get it done, unfortunately. Which it is really sad. It is really sad when I don't want to go to work, but I have to because money and work takes away all my energy and all the oomph I have to play later on. So we will do our best and we will get through it. So if anyone wants to join me on Thursday, I want to try to get some of that done if I don't have an opportunity. So but yeah, thanks to everyone who's reached out, supported. I know I've posted about it on Discord a bit. Shout out to anyone else who's suffering from chronic conditions who kind of is in the same boat. It can be terribly lonely and frustrating sometimes, but yeah. The community helps. Everyone's support, everyone's patience, everyone's understanding absolutely helps. So thank you. We will be back next week at the same time, same channel to talk about something Final Fantasy XIV. So some weeks we don't even know what we're going to talk about until we hit play. It's always an adventure here. I hope to talk a little bit about the patch. If not, make it the MSQ stream. So that's the plan.
We should have plenty, at least in between patches and live letters and all things coming up to the new expansion. We should be having stuff in the chamber. So luckily, stuff. Yeah, and you need to take care of yourself, Debbie. So if nothing else. We need to have some chill vibes.
Right, we need to have some chill vibes. No, this is a fantastic community. I love getting to hang out, and I love that, you know, I'm not an expert. I'm not the greatest player of the game. I'm not the most knowledgeable person about the game. I'm not the best streamer, but we kind of smash it all together and we get it done, and we have a group of people who really vibe with that. So I appreciate everyone out there who is in a space where we are your solution to 14. Right? Yeah. I like it.
I give us a gold star.
There you go.
I don't know. You're the best streamer I know. I'm just saying.
Aw. Shucks. I wish I were trained.
Trained?
Trained. Yeah, so join us next week. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll talk more Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, I forget my outro. Take care. Love yourself as much as you love others, and we'll see you in game. Bye.
Bye. Happy patch day, friends. We did it.
Did it?